Welcome to this edition of NewsMakers. On January 15th, Arlington celebrated its 43rd annual tribute to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The performance included Larry Bland and the Volunteer Gospel Choir, the Urban Artistry Dance troupe, and the keynote speaker, Dr. Wilmer Leon. County Board Chair Mary Hines welcomed the audience.
Well, good evening, Arlington. It is truly a pleasure to be here with you tonight to honor the work and the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King. It's hard to believe that it was 43 years ago that we started doing this celebration, commemoration. It's an important part of who we are. I think Dr. King felt called to the work he did. His words were intended when I was a girl to call us to work for justice, for peace, and for equality. He died for his commitment to those ideals. But the power of his words has not yet diminished in our community or in our country. I think we're all called to work for these things, for justice, for peace, and for equality. It is what will make our world a better place for those of us now, for our children and our grandchildren.
All too often, Dr. King, the dreamer, is taken out of the historical context within which he developed. The 1955 Montgomery bus boycott, the founding of the SCLC, the civil rights movement, did not develop or exist in a vacuum. Dr. King and these events are part of a historical continuum that began in the August of 1619, when those first 20 and some odd African indentured servants disembarked from that Dutch man of war in Jamestown, Virginia. And that oppression continues to this day.
Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi, from every mountainside. Let freedom ring, and when this happens, when we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, he will be able to speed up that day when all of us children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual. Free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
In 1969, about 8 or 9 months after Martin Luther King was assassinated, Arlington held one of the very first birthday celebrations for Dr. King. So for 43 years, we've been doing this to commemorate and to celebrate, I think, the legacy that's come from Dr. King. So it's really important for us to remember.
The inspiration that Martin Luther King has provided for people of all walks of life to struggle for our civil liberties, for justice, for fairness, for social and economic justice, live on today. I think that his struggle and the inspiration that he vested upon so many that work alongside him, like Cesar Chavez and many other great civil rights leaders, And it is a tremendous inspiration for all of us, for anyone from any part from around the world. Our country leads the way, and others around the world also pay attention.
That's it for this edition of NewsMakers. Please join us again next time.